Then the life of a coach driver going to the Newmarket Races. You're going to want to watch this one to the end. There's a lot of interesting content through the video. So as always, we're making our way into the yard, getting onto the bus, using the emergency handles on the vehicles that the air isn't charged in, put the tachograph cards in, making sure the entries and other work is selected. We're opening the back, checking the fluids, the coolant, the oil, making sure there's no obvious leakage in the engine bay. And again, checking the horns, checking the wipers, making sure the lights are activated, making sure that all the emergency horns in the cab are working properly, and making sure that the door function works properly as well. Making our way through the coach, doing all the usual checks for emergency handles, disable buzzers, opening functioning doors. Checking the fridge to make sure there's nothing unpleasant in there, make sure nothing's been left behind by customers, just a bit of water. Opening the emergency door from the inside, checking that functions, and then going into the toilet to make sure it's all clean, sanitary, nothing left behind, and in good functioning order. And internally, obviously, we check the seatbelts as well to make sure they're fully functional. And per usual, we're checking outside the coach, making sure the lights are working, making sure the tyres and wheels are in all functioning, working order. Check to make sure there's no scratches or marks. Checking the emergency door operates fully up to 90 degrees from the outside, making sure that it seals and making sure that it locks so passengers can get off if they needed to in an emergency. Checking the rear lights, making sure the indicators, brake lights, reverse lights, all that kind of stuff work still. Obviously then we're checking the other wheels, the other tyres, making sure again they're all working properly. All those checks there are just so you can see roughly what I do. That isn't a full walk around, but I have got those in other videos. And we'll find ourselves here at the first pickup point. Now we're parked up at the coach park at Newmarket Races here. We drop the passengers off, and I took the time to just fill up the water tank in the toilet and grab myself a free complimentary pass to get into the garden enclosure. There's loads to do at the Newmarket Races. In the garden enclosure, it's fairly kiddie friendly, lots of food stalls and stuff like that. And I took the time to go and watch one of the races from one of the elevated positions nearby, and I'll tell you, the noise was mad. It was so loud. So towards the end of the show, we were treated with some helicopters coming in. These two that we've got in the video here belong to the Bahrain royal family. Registrations are on the screen. These two helicopters were here to pick up the royal family and their security detail, which you can see here. They're seen boarding the helicopter that has the Bahrain coat of arms on it, which I believe belongs to the House of Khalifa. So there was nobody around telling us how close or far to be away from these choppers when they took off, so I was as close as I thought was safe, but as I later found out, it was quite windy. You've got the second chopper here carrying most of the security detail, taking off now, but heading off in the same direction. I will say though, the smell of Jet A1 fuel was absolutely fantastic. So there were in total 5 helicopters that came in and out of Newmarket picking up their relevant passengers. And I've got videos and pictures of most of those, which will be live on the page soon. And after dropping the passengers back off, we're back to the yard, cleaning up and heading home. Hope you enjoyed.